Hello everybody and welcome back to Construction Simulator. Oh, it's been a while since we've been here. My apologies then for the lack of videos. Been a couple of months since the last one. I think it was the stage festival I think we did last time here. So yeah, my apologies, it's been a little while. I've been trying to focus on my main channel. I'm hoping to switch things up a little bit now, so we should get regular videos on here and on my other channel. I'm going to try and balance that out if I can. So today, what's the plan? Well, I've been looking through, and obviously what I want to do is we want to try and do some of the campaigns. So we've been looking on here, and we started a while ago, mind, it's been a while, but the noise barrier was the first one we did on the transport links. The train station is the next one I want to try and do, but I need some money for this. Now, I have done one job off camera, which has given me 333,000 bank balance. I've been trying to do a few little things on here as well. So if we look at the upgrade levels, obviously, we need to complete one of the campaigns, so the whole transport link one needs to be done. It says I need to try and get a bank balance of 1 million. We're getting close. Refueling and repairing. Now, we have to fill up outside 25 times and fix a vehicle 25 times outside in one of the petrol stations or filling stations to be able to get a gas pump at the yard and a workshop here. Now, I'm guessing one of these is going to be the workshop. It's just not available as a workshop yet. I can't see there's going to be a new building put in, or maybe there is. Will we get a new fuel pump? I'm not sure. So we're getting close to doing that. So what I'm thinking is to give my bank balance a bit of a boost. I've seen a job. So if we head onto the map and have a look down here, there's a runway part 1. Now that leaves me on edge. Part 1, does that mean there's more to this? I mean, it would make sense there's going to be more to this. But look at that. 1.533 million. Let's have a look at that. So we need a bit of money to be able to obviously start a lot of these because you need to rent a lot of equipment. But the good thing is, well, I've got the equipment needed for most of this, like the ripping. I've got the dozer we can see on the right. I've already bought one of them. Removing the soil, again, I've got the dozer for it. So that then is going to give us, once we complete that first stage, 214,000. Construction preparation. Soil compacting. I've got one of them. I can take away stuff. I've got an excavator. And I've got a cement truck. So we can do that. The only thing we're going to need to rent is a little bit further down here. I've got a truck for gravel. Is this thing here, the paver. The asphalt paver. I don't have one of them. And I don't have the roller needed to be able to smooth out the asphalt. So I'm going to have to get one of them. But I'm thinking that could be a good job. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take on that contract. We're going to go for that. It's probably going to come up and go, hey, are you sure you got the funds to be able to do this? Because normally you'd need to rent a lot of the equipment. But I have a lot of it. So we'll take that. Oh, there we go. So now the job is mine. We could potentially get 1.5 million. So I'm going to get things set up. I'm going to see you over there and we'll get started. So we've arrived on site with my big lorry, my trailer with many wheels and my dozer on board because that is the first job. Look at that thing. What an beast that is. The trailer's always good fun as well with the many steering axles. So what we've got to do now is we've just got to head over, speak to the foreman and find out what's going on. So let's do that first. This looks a bit of a rough area.
Hey, glad you found your way here. My name is Fanny von Bleidling. Let me give you a quick heads up on what this assignment is all about. In a nutshell, we're supposed to turn this piece of land into an airport. Of course, that's not all. On the one hand, there are the high expectations of the city administration, lots of safety concerns and feasibility questions, which I hope you and your team will be able to answer. And there's my annoying brother, Constantine, who wants a sanctuary for himself and his snobby friends. I can't let that happen. Before construction work can begin, a large area on the site of the future runway must be laid out and straightened. In addition, we need a modern safety system, which will be integrated into the runway. I can't wait to see how you do on this first task. See you later.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet Fanny. Oh, I'm so immature. Right. What do we need to do then? We've got to move the debris. Now, you see, if it had told me that, I would have brought my crane down. There's a lot of stuff. How are you going to get a runway here? Is it just me? It doesn't look big enough area for a runway. But that's what they want. That's what they're going to get. So we've got to move all this stuff over here. Alright, well, I'm going to have to go back and get my my crane. Now, I don't know if I showed you this, but I do have a mobile crane. I also have, which I think I did show you in the previous one, a big crane that I can erect. I think there's a video on TikTok for that one about me erecting my massive crane. But then after that, I did go out and buy a mobile one, just making it a bit easier to be able to move around and use for these kind of jobs. And I think it's got a longer reach anyway, so let me go back to the yard. We'll get there. We'll start moving some rubbish. So I'm back here with my mobile crane. You can see this thing is, well, let's just jump out and have a look. This thing's mighty big. I might have gone and bought, this is mine actually, I did buy this. I might have gone and bought the biggest one that we could. It wasn't cheap, but look at the size of this thing. It's going to do all the jobs we need. So I might not even need the fixed crane that I can erect. This might do pretty much most of it. Now, as you can see, I forgot about with this game. We're just going to go and see if we can... These controls are very sensitive. Change the mode now to put the legs out to stabilize this, and we'll turn it into crane mode. There we go. So, we're in here now. I forgot the camera views as well. Now, as you can see, time on this game, I forgot, just absolutely runs away. And it's suddenly gone nighttime. Now, we can go to sleep. So if I jump out, we can go to bed and wake up the next day, which is always a bit of an issue when you're renting things, because you go past midnight, you get charged. Because the time flies in this game, you're just constantly getting charged, which is why I own a lot of stuff. So let me go and have a coffee break. I'll see you in the morning. So we're back here in the morning then. It's still a little bit brighter. And we are just testing to see, to make sure we can reach. There's one rock we've got to do in 6 wood pieces. And that's the rock over there. So we're just testing to make sure we are in the right place. It seems okay. And look at the reach on this thing. My word. So we've got quite a reach on there. That seems to be the furthest thing away, the rock. So as you can see, we're here. We can go and hook onto the rock. We'll go and lift it up. Easy. Only a small rock, so nothing major. Now, where's this got to go? Let's just go and see if we can boom back in. You can see the marker on the floor moving, which tells me that's where we're going to go. Now, you've got to remember, there's got a bit of a swing on this, so we're just going to have to wait. Let it settle down as well. You can see it's moving quicker now. I have to keep booming up as well, because with the controllers, we keep dropping down a bit. I'm not sure where the... is that... looks like a rock place over there to me. So we're going to have to sort of go across, drop down, and we'll see if we can get it in on there. We've got to try and get all these wood pieces and the rock. Okay, so we should be okay there. The marker's on it. We'll just drop this down, let it stop swinging. It should go green. There we go. So that's what we've got to do. We've got to clear up this mess. So let me go through, get the wood pieces sorted out. We'll come back to you on the last one. So we're just going in then for this last bit of a log. You can see the marker on the floor. We've got to aim, so we need to sort of boom out and try and come down a little bit. Got to line up with the blue on the floor. The one you can see moving a lot more is basically where the object's swinging. The fixed one on the floor is where we, so, you know, you need to line up, because eventually once you stop swinging, it will line up there. If we drop down, it'll go green. There we go. So now we can put this back. Now the quickest way is if we just go and click on here and reset. It will like reset it all up, fold it all back up. And then what we need to do then is we need to go onto here now, and we need to click to drive mode, because it's telling me that we're in the construction site still. So we need to go and obviously clear this then. Get this out of here for now, and then it'll complete this job and show us the next one, what we've got to do, which I think is going to be the dozer. Here, we're off site now. Let's jump out. What's it say we've got to do now? It says we've got to rip the area. What area we've got to rip? Oh my word. Okay. We've got a lot of ripping to do there. So, let me get the dozer set up. We'll get it at the end. And I'll come back to you when we start doing some ripping. So we're in the dozer. Now it says we've got to rip the area, not like push it or flatten it. So flatten it would obviously drop the blade down, and that's what would sort of push the topsoil across and flatten it. Because we've got to rip it, means we've got to go on here and we've got to lower the spike at the back. Now that's a little bit outside the area, but hey, it doesn't really matter. And because these are on tracks as well, we need to remember one moves one track, one moves the other. As you can see, we need to go both together on the controller and go flat out. It's a little bit noisy, and we need to keep working our way through and rip up the whole area. Oh yes. So we lift this up, we go and spin it around. Now I think I'm going to come back over this end just a little bit because we there's a little bit off track there. Spin it around. Oh, wrong way. Back it up. We can just turn around a little bit more. I'm going to try and go a little bit over this way if I can. Yeah, I hope that should be okay. Right, let's just go forward a bit more. Drop it down again. And we'll go flat out again. Nice. So that's 9% of the area ripped. Yeah, this could be quite a long process. So let's just see if we can go over here. There's a big gaping hole as well, I noticed, in the middle. We don't really want to try and go over the area we've already done. So if we come back a little bit, but we don't want to leave too much out because otherwise the game's going to have a bit of a moan at us and we're not going to... Running over the same area means the percentage won't go up. So we want to try and cover it all, but without leaving too big of a gap. So we'll drop this down. I will go through and show you one more time. We'll go across about here. We'll miss the hole. And we'll see how we get when we get to the end of this one. So 16% ripped then of the area, not bad. So I'll carry on and I'll come back to you near the end. So we're nearly done with the ripping then. We're at 98%. As you can see, we've gone back into night. So if you're kind of wondering why I do a lot of cuts on this game and I don't do many time lapses, is because this ripping alone has taken me 45 minutes in real time. Yes, even if it was a time lapse, that would still be ridiculous. So I try and get as much into these half-an-hour episodes as I can, so that's why there's a lot of cuts on this. 98%, we'll see if we can try and complete the final 2%. See, that final pass didn't even complete the final 2%. It's looking a lot better, and we managed to sort of flatten out that hole. As you can see, it's looking good now, but trying to find exactly where it wants, it's a bit tricky. It's quite loud as well, so let's see if we can try and get the final 2%. There we go. So we'll lift this up now and we'll see if we can just clear the construction site. We'll go this way. There we go. Let's jump out for now. So now we've got to remove the topsoil. So we ripped all that. We've now got to use the dozer to be able to push some of the topsoil off. But because we're at night time, I'm going to go back through to the morning and then we'll start doing some removing of the topsoil. So we're back here at 6 a.m. We are all lined up now. The blade is down. If we just move around, you can have a look. You see the blade's down. We dig it in and we've got to remove some topsoil. So we just come back a little bit, a bit of an angle so you can still see. The sun's coming up now, which makes it a lot better to see. And if we just drive forward, see how we get on. Not bad. Now, if you're kind of wondering why it was jerking a little bit left and right, that's just me letting off each individual track, just to try and keep it within the lines. So we'll go and lift this up, and then we're about to spin around. So we'll do a little spinny. Wrong way. Keep remembering which track does what here. It's looking pretty good, that. So if we just try and see if we move the camera to this side now so we can see a bit better. See if we can try and get lined up on the edge. We'll try and keep it close to where we just been. So if we go around about there, we'll drop down again. And we'll do one more pass and see how we get on. Not bad. So 2 passes and nearly 40%. So it's going to be a bit quicker than the ripping, but still going to take a little while. So let me go and get this completed. I'll come back to you just before we get to 100%. So I've gone through and pretty much removed the topsoil from pretty much everywhere. I'm just running down this last little edge now because we are literally 2% away. I'm hoping by the time we get to this end, that should be the 2%. But no matter luck, it won't be. So let's just see. Oh, it's looking good. Right, let's raise her up. Let's tilt this back up a bit. There we go. And we'll remove this off site. We'll go just put it over here for now. And is that the first bit done? Oh, yes. That's the first bit done. We've gained 256,000 in the bank. We are now at nearly 600,000. So it looks like we've got to go and get some bits now. We've got to go pick up some bits from the hardware store. And it looks like we've got some mesh to put down. But I feel like I'm going to need my concrete pump for this as well. We're going to have to put some concrete down. I know it said we need the concrete mixer. But I don't think it said anything about the pump. But it's quite a big area. So I've got a feeling, yeah, we are going to need it. Okay. Actually, oh no, actually no. Is it going to be concrete? Because it's asphalt, isn't it? So maybe not. Right, well, let's go take the lorry and the big trailer. And we'll go head over to the hardware store and we'll go pick up 3 items. Although because it's such a big trailer, I might get everything. If there's more things we need there, I tend to pick it all up at one go. So it's only one trip. It's a heck of a trailer. We can fit it all on. Bring it back to site. And we'll get the mobile crane to take it off and move things around. So I will see you at the hardware store. So a slight change of plan then. So this is where we are down here on this new runway. Now, the building yard is there. Now I thought, I would just go over and get the stuff from the building yard. But the problem is, because we're on the main road here, we have to go all the way up here, all the way round, and then in this way to get to the building yard. And it's quite a trek, and then obviously you go all the way, same round to go all the way back again along here. So I've decided, I've never used it before. I've had the stuff delivered right in front of us over there. We're going to have a quick look. I've had all the stuff delivered to site, because you get these little markers here where it's like, it's a delivery point for all the stuff. So it cost me $2.5 grand to have it delivered. We're making 1.5 million. I don't think that's going to be too bad. So all the stuff, this is everything that I needed for the whole job. So not everything I need for this little section now. We need, what's that, rebar mesh. We've got one over there, and we need 2 of these here. So the rest of this, we don't need just yet, but it's all here ready to go. And because we've got the crane, we can easily just go pick it up. So I just thought that was going to be the best option. All right, I would have saved myself a bit of money by driving around there, but it's the time it takes as well. So let's go boom out. Let's go see if we can get the rebar mesh. So that's going to be the one right over the back. So round about there somewhere. We'll just go right a little bit down. There we go, there. Easy, easy. Now we need this. Need to lift it up a little bit. We're going to need to boom in here now. Oh, that was booming out. Boom in. Now we should be able to unpack this as well. Got some soil compacting to do. I'm assuming that that's when this has gone in. So we'll drop this around about here. There we go. So let me just go and get these other 2, and then we'll see just before we drop the last one in what happens. So we'll just line the last one up here. We'll spin it around a little bit, and we'll just boom out just a teeny little bit, and we'll drop down. Oh, I overshot that. Okay, we'll boom back it. There we go. Beautiful. Let's just go lift this up now. Now it says we've got to compact the soil. Okay, so we can go and reset this back. We'll hop out. We'll leave that there for now. So obviously we've put them there. But now we've got to go and compact the soil. I thought we might have to unpack something first. Alright, well, we'll get a soil compactor. I don't think I've got one, actually. That's one thing I haven't. Oh, I know I have got one of them. Alright. So we'll go and take that out. We'll put that back at the yard. And if we go back to the yard, we can go and enter the soil compactor. We'll go back to the yard, and we'll... I can't really drive this over, can I? That was a bit weird then, didn't it? Waiting for the train to settle in. Not really meant to drive us down the road, are we? Okay, this is going to take a little while. I'll see you back at the site. We're back at the site then with the soil compactor, and we need to go and turn this on, which it starts vibrating, and it vibrates my controller really badly. Let's just go move this down and then drive. And it should start flattening out the soil, is what I'm guessing it's going to do. There you go, look at it compacting. This is quite loud as well. So we're flattening this, and I'm guessing to put all the stuff on top. I really don't know much about constructions. I'm purely just going over what it says here. So compacting the soil, it must be just flattening the base out ready for, I'm guessing, the rebar to go on. We can go flatten the edge here. So we can flatten along the edge. That looks pretty good. Can we now turn and go back down again? Might need to just sort of level it out a little bit. Here, it's a bit... doesn't turn too sharp. Let's just go move the camera this side so we can see where we're going. So, it's a bit of a noisy thing. So we're flattening out this side, and halfway through that, you've probably just seen it's now come up saying we've got to excavate the construction pit, which is that side. My word, that's going to be a lot we can excavate in on there, isn't it? So let me go through and see if we can just get this a little bit closer towards 100%. I'll come back to you when we're around about 98%. So this area is starting to look pretty good then. So we just need to go through now, and we've done that edge, and to the left and to the right. So we've just got this one strip. We're at 92%. Hopefully this one strip down now should do us. There we go. So let's just get off this site here. We're going to move the from the marks area. So we'll get off here. Let's see. Is there anything else we've got to do to this section, or is it excavating now? Let's jump out and see. I do believe that there's nothing else we can do on this side now. We just got to do the excavating on there. So we're going to have to take the flatbed. We're going to have to take that back to the yard. We're going to have to get the excavator. Come back here. So I'll see you back here with the excavator. So we're back here with the excavator. We're in the pit. It is about 20 to 9. So it is all of a sudden going to start turning really dark. You can pretty much see it happening right in front of us now. So let's just see how far we can get with this then before. So we need to go down with this. We need to pull back and then slowly lift this up and try and do a bit of a double motion if we can. I still haven't mastered this thing very well at all yet, but let's see if we can try and bend that under, bring it back a bit. Slowly, like that, just to try and get a full bucket. It's how you do it, you see. I'm not brilliant at this, but you have to try and like slowly bend it under nice and gently to get a full bucket. I was finding before I was getting like skinny little buckets. Now, I don't know where we got. Now, what we could do, if I was a professional at this, I would go get my truck to be able to tip the dirt in. So then once the dirt's tipped in, we could then potentially go and tip it at the gravel pit. Do I do that or not? Because there's going to be a lot of soil here. It's gone dark anyway, so we need to get through to the next day. Otherwise, well, we can see things. We can put lights on. But it just doesn't look very good for the video. I don't know how much you guys can really see. Do we get rid of the dirt? Are we going to get much money back for that? You know what? I might fill up once and see how much we get for tipping each dirt, and we'll see. So let me go get the truck. We'll bring it down here, and we'll go into daytime. And then we'll see how much we get for one truck full of dirt. So we're through to the next morning, 6:30 in the morning. Then I'm here with my dump truck. So let's just see if we can do this then without damaging anything. I'm not the best on these controls. I might have put that actually too close. When you curl that up a bit more, bring that over. Don't hit anything. I'm not even sure if this is actually going to be worth it. Ooh. That was quite a bucket full, if I'm honest. Let's just jump back inside and see how we get on with this now. So, I'd say that's pretty good there. Let's see if we can go try and get another bucket scoop along here. Turn it in a little bit. Keep scooping, keep scooping. Yes. Alright. Yeah, seems to be getting a little bit better at that. Not massively. Let's curl that one up. Let's bend that out. We don't want to curl one out. We'll curl one up. We'll bring it over this way. Just move the camera around a little bit so we can see what we're doing. And then hopefully we can... Oh, no. Easy. Bring it in a bit. I'm going to tip it on the floor. Oh, my word. Did that actually all go in or not? I don't know. Watch the lights. Let's just leave that there for now. That's only 3%. How much is in this thing? Oh, you know what? We're nearly at full capacity. We've got probably one more scoop at the back. Yeah, this might take a while because we'll do the one trip, like I said, to see how much we actually get back. If it's literally going to be next to nothing we get back for taking the soil down to the gravel pit, it's not going to be worth it. We'll just dump it on the floor because the game will actually get rid of it. So let's just go back inside. And then I think what we need to do now is if we just sort of reverse back a bit, we can have a bit more of a scoop at this. So we'll drop down. Hang on a minute. I'm confused on my controls now. There we go. We'll see if we can try and get a bit more on the edge here. Try that again. There we go. We need to control both the controls here. There we go. Scoop up. Tilt. Oh no, that's the wrong way. Tilt in a little bit. And then scoop, 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 scoop. There we go. There's a full bucket. If you play this game and you're not sure when you get a full bucket, if you look by the speedometer on the bottom right corner, the yellow bar that goes round, that's how much dirt is in the bucket. So you will see that the yellow bar will start working its way around. As you can see, it's right to the end. That is a full bucket load. Won't get any more in there, so that's quite good. Oh no, curl up a bit. You see, I don't know if I could trust myself to do this from inside. I can't see what I'm doing. Right, let's just see if we can now go and easy. Oh my word. I do believe that is going to be a full tipper truck. Oh, it's actually over full. You can see the same yellow bar on the tipper truck. Let's just back away a little bit. It might be a bit loud. The same yellow bar has now gone past its level. It's actually gone red, which means technically over full. So I'm going to take this one down to the gravel pit. We'll tip it off and see how much money we make back off it. I might just tip it on the side here and let the game get rid of it, because I don't think it's going to be worthwhile if I'm truthfully honest. Them scoops that we've done 5% of this little construction area here. We've got a lot of work to do. So I'll see you at the gravel yard and we'll see how much money we make. So we're just coming down the road now to the gravel pit, and as you can see, if you look at the speedo on the bottom right corner, you can see that we've actually lost some. So it was mounted up quite high, so we are actually now underweight, which is good. Not going to get stopped and pulled over being overweight. So you do have to be a bit careful about when you do corner. I did lose some when I came around the first corner. But what's a little bit confusing as well is you can see on this truck, if we just move to the side, you can see the bars going up. It's got a cover you can put over, but there's nowhere in the game that actually allows you to, it's just there for looks. It doesn't actually allow you to move the cover over to protect it. I've tried everything, and there's just nothing to sort of say, oh yeah, you can move the cover, which would be quite nice. And you can see here, look, sand, gravel, soil. This is what we can pick up if we need it for jobs. But this is the dumping pit. So if we go over here, we'll be able to dump this off. So we'll lift up now. We'll dump it all in here. Now don't worry, it's not going to show any money yet until we actually move off from here. Wait for it all to go. Right, we're empty, so we can now drop the body down. Still not going to show any money until I drive off this pit. We'll just make sure that the body's all the way back down. Now if we drive forward, you see the money at the top right corner. 6,800. Oh my, okay. I should jump out so it turns that off so it's a bit quieter. Plus look, we've got another axle as well for weight, but I think that's just purely for looks because I've never seen that go down and I've got no option to be able to drop that down. So each trailer load, well, tipper load in here of soil is going to get me 6,800. Now if I'm honest, that's actually a lot more than I thought it was going to be. So it would seem stupid to turn that away, really, when you see how much soil we're going to have to move from that pit. So it's going to take a lot longer, but I think that's going to be a wise move, don't you? To be able to keep tipping the soil into here and bringing it down here. 6,800 per go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and carry on with this because it is going to take a little while. And then I think we'll start the next episode near the end of the excavation work for this. Hopefully I'll have a bit more money. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And again, apologies then for the lack of content on this channel. I am going to try and improve on that if I can. And I really do appreciate you sticking around and watching as well. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.